Hey guys. So, if you're very observational, you might notice I have a lot of new stuff behind me. Um, this happened yesterday, but I'm still completely speechless. A man who wishes not to be named, man or woman, who wishes not to be named, came by yesterday and dropped off a load of an extreme amount of collected editions and was originally going to give them to me for free. For free. And that to me was just absurd. I, I just couldn't take something like that from someone. Um, we ended up settling on on an amount, a very reasonable amount, which I'll be mentioning in my haul video. Um, but wow, um, I'm gonna put a video up here of me going across all of my new books. Normally, I just turn my chair, but there's actually a smaller bookshelf that is also now fully stacked. I now have zero room for new Omnis in my Calyx bookshelves. You also might notice the Infinity Gauntlet box set above me. I'm still kind of processing everything. I essentially now have a library in my own household, and this is what I dreamed my collection would look like years from now. I never ever dreamed that so quickly into my obsession that I would have such a massive collection of collected editions. And now I'm sitting here with a ton of X-Men content, Justice League content, Deadpool content, practically every single Deadpool omnibus, the Crisis Deluxe Edition, Crisis on Infinite Earths, I mean, as well as its companions, and a bunch of other oversized hardcovers, which you can see they're a little bit blurred out, but they'll be in video as well. And like basically all the X-Force stuff that I was interested in, and I'm basically just sitting here in awe because I'm now in this position where if I want to read something, I can, and like I practically have everything that I've wanted ever in my collection. Now, honestly, I wish this person who essentially almost gave away this huge amount of omnis to me. I wish I could name them. But of course, their preference was that I don't. But without speaking specifically on who this person is, I will say that they are probably one of the kindest souls that I've met in my entire life. They're extremely 100% like what you see is what you get. And, they're all about passing on stories for like that enjoyment factor. The idea of them passing on to me a story that they enjoyed, that they think I'll enjoy, because to them that's such a major part of collecting, and that to me, I agree, is a major aspect of collecting. But just the absolute selflessness, selfless, I want to specify here, of like of this act in itself speaks for who this person is as a person. Really trying hard here not to specify who this is, but um, I'm honestly amazed because a lot of what I was given is out of print, very expensive, and to be honest, if I'd paid proper prices for all this stuff, I'd probably be at this point maybe a few years down the line because this is what my collection is worth now is outstanding. But to me, that's not what's important here in terms of the value of my collection. I think the value comes from the stories and the enjoyment that comes from them. And now I'm sitting in this scenario where I have all these stories and I'm incredibly humbled to have been gifted basically almost all of these at the price that I'm paying. And uh, it's one of those things where, they said just make sure you pass it on. And honestly, that's what I want to do. So, I'm going to be giving away a collected edition. I'm not sure what yet. Probably going to be North American only. So, I guess like States, Canada. Um, if you watched all the way to this video, then congrats, because I probably wouldn't put a mention of it in my title. If you're still watching this, it's probably just because you enjoy me as a person, not necessarily my content, because this isn't the kind of stuff I usually upload. This is mostly a rant. But I'm absolutely blessed right now for my collection to be in the state that it is, and to have this person as a friend, and to get to know them as well, and honestly, like, I don't know what to say. I know I'm talking, but I feel like I'm at a loss for words, and I think that there's a large emotional factor to it. I mean, these were stories thoroughly enjoyed by this person, and as they said, pay it forward. I intend with my very soul and being that if I ever were to sell any of my omnibus collection, especially those of which came from this individual, I would make sure that the person it's going to, it was meant for them. It's not just, oh, I want it because it looks cool. No, I think I'd want to make sure that the person it's going to would genuinely enjoy it, and hope that they would also continue to pay it forward, because I think it's things like those in life that make life worth living. The kind acts and the things that keep humanity on the brighter side of the spectrum, if that makes sense. Especially in these dire times like these, acts of kindness like this are hard to come by. Even harder to come by when you consider the fact that for the last year, you can't even encounter people for most part. So, yeah, no, I'm just absolutely astonished about this, and I'm probably not gonna do a video where I go through every single book until my haul video, mainly because I just feel like numbering them out would almost kind of just be like, I don't want to say disrespectful, but I don't want it to be looking at it like, oh, look what a great deal I got. This is such a great deal. No, that's not what's important. Like, to me, like, this is more than just a deal. This is like a mantle to be passed forward, and I intend to um hold a firm grip to it, if that makes sense. I'm extremely humbled by the fact that this person chose to, bestow this act of kindness onto me, and I know just how lucky I am to have experienced this. There's so much now in my collection that I'd only dreamed I'd ever get, and um, I'm incredibly happy about it. But yeah, if you did stick around for this long in the video, um, I will be doing a giveaway. I've still got to figure out what I'm going to be giving away, and then I'll do a video on it. But if you are here at the end of this video, um, we're gonna do a little special thing here for people who watched the video this far. Comment Mantle. Just comment Mantle. If you comment Mantle, I'll consider it an extra entering into the giveaway that will be coming up soon enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I mean, it's not even a hope at this point. There will be more content coming out in the future. I have enough content now that I probably wouldn't even have to buy a single book throughout the school year for me to be able to make weekly reviews. Lots of reading, though. But I'm looking forward to it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it was a little different than what I normally work on, but I just thought it was important that, I make a video on this, not dedicated to, the deal that was made or anything, but purely to what these books and the haul represents. Because when it comes down to it, collecting, it's not just about having something. It's not just about getting a good price on something. It's about the meaning behind each and every book. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't, of course. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Stay safe and healthy.